Slay the Spire is a beautiful game. As much as we might get angry at the RNG or specifically Gremlin Knob, I feel like most of you watching this video will at least agree with me on that. But what I wanted to ask you before we get into today's video is, how much do you know about Slay the Spire? How much do you think you know might be a better version of the question? And how many hours do you have in the game versus how much knowledge you think you have? Because if you had put 2,000 hours into a game and didn't know a whole heck of a lot, you'd probably feel like that might be a slight waste of your time. And I say this because some of the things on this list that I'm about to share with you, I didn't know for over 1,500 hours. I'm nearing and rounding the corner for 2,000 at the moment, but just the fact that I'm still learning so many new things about this game every single time that I open it up astounds me, and it actually makes me enjoy the game that much more. I'm not intimidated by my lack of knowledge. Instead, I attempt to embrace it. I'm getting too philosophical. Let's get to the funnies. If you enjoy the content, please consider liking the video. It's a massive way to support the channel. And comment down below telling me which fact you didn't know, or if there's something that I missed and I should include in a follow-up video like this one. Let's get into it. Number 1. Anytime that I play The Watcher on stream, twitch.tv/frostprime_, you should definitely come on by, and I come across the card Blasphemy, I always get two reactions from my chat. The first question is, can you cleanse the Blasphemy debuff? And the second one is, can you ever survive the damage that Blasphemy deals at the start of your next turn? The answer to the first question is no, you can't cleanse it, but it's because the game actually codes Blasphemy as a buff, and you wouldn't want to cleanse a buff, right? The second question is a pretty simple one. Blasphemy is coded to deal 9,999 damage at the start of your next turn, but if you were to be, say, intangible or have a buffer charge like with the Relic Fossilized Helix, then boom, you're not dead. Just make sure you don't mistakenly use one apparition and then play Blasphemy thinking that you'll be fine the next turn, only to be sad and cry and piss and shit your pants. Number 2. This one's more of an Easter egg, but that if you found it, it's probably because your run lacked a bunch of damage and then you died soon after finding it. And that is that, did you know that you can actually stun the avocado? If you manage to remove all of its plated armor without killing it, you will stun it, preventing it from attacking for that turn. This is usually done by dealing damage a lot of times, but not actually dealing a lot of damage, which means you probably won't be faring very well once you start finding the harder enemies in Act 2. Let's just hope that you end up finding the accuracy to pair with the shivs from the reward of that fight. Number 3. There's not a lot of relics that both streamers and their chats both sigh at seeing. Like, I might sigh at seeing the boot, but my chat will go nuts for it. But when it comes to ceramic fish, we all kind of feel a similar annoyance when picking it up after a hard-fought elite fight. But similar to if you transform a card, if you have one of the 3 egg relics, it will upgrade your card. Ceramic fish will also give you the +9 gold. That is particularly helpful when you come across things like the vampire event, which can give you 45 gold, or even better, Pandora's box, which can give you up to 90 gold if you're the silent with all of your strikes and defense left. Now, I'm not saying that this makes the relic good or anything, it's still a pile of shit, but maybe the next time that you get it early, pay attention to any cool plays that might arise from it, but still skip it and take the Sapphire Key 1000% of times, even if you don't intend to go for the hard fight. Fuck you, ceramic fish, how dare you show up in my chests. Number 4. Now, this one might stump a lot of you and make you feel dumb. Remember how I said that there was a few of those things that I didn't know until 1,500 hours in the game? This is one of them. If you know this one and you're before 1,500 hours, you might be a better player than me. Keep on going. You're destined for great things. We all fight the Darklings like 4 times a run, right? The little 3 slime dudes in Act 3. But did you know why you see content creators always killing one of the outside ones first? It's not residual instincts of fighting the Tri-Sentries. It's because the middle slime can't actually do the multi-attack. I blow someone's minds every time I bring this up on my stream. Again, twitch.tv/frostprime_. All I'm saying is that maybe next time, instead of attacking the random slime that's attacking you in hopes of killing it, but you didn't actually do enough math to see if you needed to block instead, you attack the one that maybe is doing 11 times 2 the following turn. Number 5. This is the one that veteran players will all most likely already know and is a helpful tool in a lot of their runs to defeat a couple of the annoying Act 3 bosses. You probably know that when you put the Time Eater's HP below half or you kill the Awakened one's first form, that they will start out their next turn by cleansing all of their debuffs. But did you know that if you give them a temporary strength down, it will become permanent as a result of this? Now, no, you can't set them to negative strength, that would be a debuff, but you can rid them of all of the strength you may have given them in their first phase by playing too many powers against the woke bloke, or by making the mistake of thinking shivs were a good idea when Time Eater literally exists. Dumbass. The reason this works is because think of using the card like Piercing Whale as giving the enemy a little note. That note says, I'm going to take away 8 of your strength this turn, but if you keep this note and you give it back to me, I'll give you back your strength in return. And instead of giving you the note back, they rip it up in your face and it makes them ineligible to get the strength back the following turn. This is an extremely helpful tool that you should definitely think about utilizing in your future runs. I do it all the time at my stream, again, twitch.tv/frostprime_. If you can't tell, I'm desperate to have you. Number 6. This one goes right alongside number 5, except it's also kind of the opposite. Let me explain. On turn 4 of the Heart fight, you might think at the back of your head, oh, this is the turn that the Heart is going to cleanse all debuffs and then gain 3 strength. Wrong. The reason you can use cards like Terror or Talk to the Hand on turn 1 and then have that effect persist through the entirety of the fight is because the Heart isn't cleansing debuffs on turn 4, it's just cleansing negative strength. So that means that if you were to use Dark Shackles on that turn, it would cleanse all of the strength down, gain 3 strength, and then start off the next turn by gaining an additional 15 strength permanently. Now, I know what you're saying, Frost. Why would I ever use a Dark Shackles or a Piercing Whale against the Heart on turn 4 when the multi-attacks are coming up in the future and I gotta use those to have free turns? Listen, man, okay? I'm not gonna say that I was the one that did that and then I figured it out all on myself and I didn't just find this out by watching another person make the mistake. I'm not gonna say that, okay? That is a very cute dog that just walked behind me. Finally, number 7. Did you know that you can generate infinite money in Slay the Spire? Now, it's not an easy task, and I don't think I've ever heard of anyone actually pulling it off in a normal run, but technically, it is possible. In order to pull this off, you need 3 things. A Prismatic Shard in order to be able to have both of these 2 next cards in the same run, 2 copies of Nightmare, and 1 copy of Wish. Now, you could probably figure out the puzzle from there, but in case you're a visual learner like me, essentially all you have to do is find a fight that doesn't scale, you form enough plated armor so you don't have to worry about damage turn by turn, and start making infinite nightmares that make infinite wishes. Turns out, in Slay the Spire, you can wish for more wishes. And I'd wish that you would come on over to my stream at twitch.tv/frostprime_. I'm live 6 days a week, and I would absolutely love to have you. I can't hold it back anymore. I hate my Twitch audience, okay? I need new folks over there. Don't tell them that I said this. They will cry. They cry so much and so often. Hi, Hardy boy.
I want to be top D for a second.
Oh, God. If you're not going to come over, I do hope that at the very least you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you tomorrow for some more daily content. Mwah.